All right, Lights Out is the 2016 horror movie by director David Sanberg, who did Annabelle Creation and Shazam. And this is based on a 3-minute horror short on YouTube by the guy who directed this. And the woman in that short is in the opening of this movie. And also, I swear, there's like a little like bobblehead looking thing, some kind of toy on a shelf that resembles the monster in that short. Could be wrong, but it looks just like it. This movie was written by Eric Heisserer, who did the Thing prequel, the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, and Final Destination 5. Now, this movie is about a supernatural, woman monster who only exists in the dark. She can only attack you when you're in the dark. And she can't be exposed to light or she'll die again. And so this family, this brother and sister, have to figure out how to stop this thing. And so, yeah, what I like about the movie is I thought the opening was pretty creepy. I like the warehouse open, all the scary looking mannequins are hanging around, and the death in the open I thought was kind of brutal. And I thought the performances were all pretty strong. I like these actors. You got Gabriel Bateman, the kid actor from Child's Play, and he had a very small role in Annabelle, and he was also in Unhinged recently. And the actress playing the sister, she was in Hacksaw Ridge, and she is very attractive, distractingly so, and she is good, just like Gabriel Bateman. I thought that their chemistry together was great, and I love the boyfriend character. He's like the comic relief, and he's a good boyfriend. He's not a dick or anything. I'm glad they didn't go in that direction with his character, like make him an asshole, like a little abusive or something, and then like kill him off. So you're like good riddance. Like they didn't do that. They actually make him an understanding character, and he's likable. He's kind of funny, and he's very supportive, and I like his character. And the cinematography I thought was excellent. Like a lot of the lighting choices, and you can definitely tell this was produced by James Wan. I feel like he definitely has some like input in some scenes, and it's a super short, quickly paced movie, not a whole lot of downtime, and I thought the characters were well developed, the brother and sister, and everything with their mom and a history of like suicide, and this movie has some heart, and so the characters are great, but on the flip side, what I didn't really like about the movie is that there's a lot of lazy jump scares, predictable scares around every corner. Like, when the thing's going to pop up and they play that loud ass stinger noise with it that I can't stand. So the scares just don't work for the most part. Like, there wasn't any good ones that, like, got me. Like, it was just typical PG-13 horror movie with the loud noises and the thing's gone, now it's back, and they keep flipping the light on and off. Like, how many times would you do that realistically before you just got the fuck out of there? Like, they keep going on, off, on, off. Like, am I seeing things? They just keep doing it. It's like they do it like 10 times. Like, after a couple, I'd be like, okay, I'm leaving. The fact that this is PG-13 kind of hurts it. Like, does it really need to be R? Maybe not, but for me personally, I think it could have helped if it was R. If this thing killed people a little bit more violently and just add another body or two to the body count. It's a very, very small body count by the end. So, I don't know, it definitely feels PG-13. And I'm not saying that PG-13 horror movies are all terrible. There's plenty that I like, but this one I feel like it could have benefited from being rated R. And I wasn't really crazy about this backstory we were given about this antagonist, what we learned. It just didn't really work for me. And I think that I actually would have, I might be alone on this one, but I actually would have thought it would have been cooler if they just went the more psychological route. If this thing was just like not really there, and it was just like a metaphor for like, depression, or like if this was like the Babadook, where it's like at the end it's more up for interpretation if it was really there, something like that, or like it was never really there. It was just this family is crazy and they all kind of share the same delusion. It's like hereditary, and so like the mom, convinced her kids that this thing existed, but it never really did. I if they went that route, I think I would have liked it more, because I like the psychological horror movies more than these supernatural like monster films. And the climax could have been more exciting. I thought it was a bit rushed and just did not do much for me. So final thoughts. This is your average PG-13 supernatural horror movie, just festooned with jump scares throughout. It's not as effectively creepy as the short film, but it looks great, and the characters, along with the stellar performances, keep the audience engaged and make you care about these characters at least. So when it comes to Lights Out, I'll give it 3 out of 5. That's the end of Lights Out. What are your thoughts on this movie? Let me know in the comments below. As always, if you like what you've seen here, you can hit this like button and become a subscriber today just by clicking on my cartoon face in about 5 seconds. And remember, it's all an opinion. You don't need to get butthurt about it.